Hey, jump there.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis, one of boxing's biggest stars, recently made headlines in a way no one could have anticipated. It all started as a routine gym session, but things quickly escalated when he confronted and allegedly attacked fellow boxer Keyshawn Davis. The spark that ignited the fiery altercation? A partnership that's shaking the boxing world to its core. Keyshawn has teamed up with none other than Floyd Mayweather, Tank's former mentor. The tension between them is palpable, and this moment in the gym was the latest chapter in a feud that's been simmering for months. To understand what led to this explosive scene, we need to take a look at the history between Tank, Keyshawn, and Floyd. It's not just about two boxers clashing in the ring. It's about betrayal, legacy, and a rivalry that has all the makings of boxing's next big saga. Keyshawn's rise in the sport has been nothing short of meteoric. He's gained attention for his raw talent, impressive victories, and most recently, his growing association with Mayweather. The partnership has caused a stir in the boxing community, particularly with Tank, who has a long history with Floyd. The relationship between Tank and Floyd, once a mentorship, has grown increasingly strained over time. And now, seeing Floyd take Keyshawn under his wing feels like a personal betrayal to Tank. The confrontation that unfolded at the gym started as an ordinary day. Both Tank and Keyshawn frequent the same training spots, so a casual encounter was inevitable. However, things took a turn when Tank spotted Keyshawn training with Floyd's team. Tank was no longer just a boxer, he was a man with a sense of betrayal on his shoulders. The past months had been filled with bad blood, and now that Floyd was actively mentoring Keyshawn, it was the final straw. Tank and Floyd's relationship goes back years. Floyd Mayweather discovered Tank when he was just a young, aspiring boxer and helped him rise through the ranks. Floyd took Tank under his wing, mentored him, and helped him become a global star. Tank was once a kid who couldn't afford a bus ticket, and now, thanks to Floyd, he was living a life of luxury as a millionaire fighter. Floyd's guidance shaped Tank's early career, and their bond seemed unbreakable. But over time, the cracks began to show. One major issue that arose was Floyd's controlling nature. He wanted Tank to move to Las Vegas to train, believing that Baltimore, Tank's hometown, was full of distractions. Floyd even gave Tank a penthouse and a Jeep to make him feel comfortable in Vegas, but Tank's independence and love for his roots made him resistant to this change. Eventually, Tank moved back to Baltimore, and this caused tension between him and Floyd. The bond that had once been built on trust and mentorship now seemed fractured. The split between them was messy, with both parties taking shots at each other in the media. Tank, in interviews, would express his frustration with Floyd's controlling ways, while Floyd would fire back, accusing Tank of being ungrateful. The two were no longer on the same team, and their relationship had turned toxic. Enter Keyshawn Davis, a rising star in the boxing world who has quickly caught Floyd's eye. Keyshawn has the speed, power, and tenacity to make a name for himself, and Floyd saw in him the qualities that reminded him of a young Tank. As Floyd began to work closely with Keyshawn, it became clear that he was building a new prodigy, one who could potentially rival Tank's career. Keyshawn's confidence has been growing ever since his partnership with Floyd, and the young fighter has been vocal about his intentions to challenge Tank. He's not shy about calling out Tank for fighting what he perceives as safe opponents, and he's made it clear that he wants to be at the top of the lightweight division. His alliance with Floyd has only added fuel to the fire, making Tank feel like his former mentor is trying to build someone to replace him. For Tank, the timing of this rivalry couldn't be worse. He's already announced his plans to retire after 2025, and every fight leading up to that moment feels like a defining one for his legacy. Tank's been open about the pressure he feels, and the thought of having Keyshawn backed by Floyd nipping at his heels has only added more weight to his shoulders. But the drama between Tank and Keyshawn isn't just about the boxing ring, it's about the personal stakes that have been building for months. Tank and Keyshawn have a shared history that goes beyond just being rivals. In fact, they've sparred together in the past, working side by side in the same gym. During their sparring sessions, They both learned from each other's techniques and had a mutual respect for one another's abilities. But everything changed when Keyshawn started to get more attention from Floyd. Tank, who had once seen Floyd as a mentor and a friend, now felt betrayed by his former ally. The situation reached a boiling point at the gym where Tank approached Keyshawn, frustration boiling over. It's reported that Tank confronted Keyshawn about training with Floyd, and the situation quickly escalated into an all-out altercation. Tank allegedly shoved Keyshawn, and the two fighters were soon separated by trainers and bystanders. This kind of confrontation isn't new in the world of boxing. Rivalries are part of the sport's history. However, this particular rivalry between Tank and Keyshawn feels different. It's not just about two fighters trying to prove who's better, it's about loyalty, legacy, and a sense of betrayal that runs deep. For Tank, it's not just about Keyshawn being the next big thing. It's about the people who were once in his corner now working against him. Floyd's decision to align with Keyshawn is particularly significant because it's a direct shot at Tank. Floyd, who once helped Tank become a world champion, now seems to be focused on building Keyshawn into a superstar. This shift in allegiance feels like an attempt to replace Tank with a younger, fresher face in the sport. And for Tank, that's a hard pill to swallow. Despite the tension, Keyshawn has been confident and unapologetic. He knows what he brings to the table, and he's not afraid to take shots at Tank. After his impressive victory over Gustavo Lemos, Keyshawn's confidence has only grown. He believes he's ready to take on Tank and prove that he's the top dog in the lightweight division. His partnership with Floyd has provided him with the tools and the spotlight needed to rise to the top, and Keyshawn is determined to make a name for himself no matter who he has to face to get there. Tank, on the other hand, is facing the looming shadow of retirement. With his plans to retire in 2025, every fight is more significant than the last. But the personal stakes involved in this rivalry with Keyshawn could shape his legacy forever. Tank is no longer just fighting for titles, he's fighting for respect for his place in boxing history and for the recognition that he was one of the greats of his era. The drama surrounding this rivalry is only growing, and fans are already clamoring for a showdown between Tank and Keyshawn. Both fighters have their own reasons for wanting the fight to happen, Tank to solidify his legacy, and Keyshawn to prove that he can take down the division's top fighter. But for Tank, it's not just about Keyshawn, it's about a deeper issue of betrayal and loyalty. For Floyd, this rivalry offers a chance to prove that he still has the ability to shape the future of boxing, even if he's no longer actively fighting. His involvement in Keyshawn's career feels like a calculated move to build a new champion, one who could take Tank's place and carry on Floyd's legacy in the sport. As the rivalry continues to build, boxing fans are left on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting what comes next. Tank and Keyshawn's paths are inevitably going to cross again, and when they do, it will be more than just a fight. It will be a battle for respect, legacy, and the future of boxing.